Guys, it's Ginevra here. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, welcome. I'm posting content every Wednesday, and Thursday, and Friday. Make sure to subscribe. For today's video, we will be commenting on the next Shadow and Bone series episode, in particular a scene that involves Darkling, General Kirigan, and Alina. This is the follow-up scene after the one that we commented on, which is when she displays the power to the king. This will be when they meet and they go for a ride on the horse, like Prince Charming and Princess, and they will be discussing the past, and in particular some of the storytelling involving the first Darkling, the first shadow summoner. Just wanted to point out that unfortunately I have to shoot in my own bedroom because the guest room is actually occupied. It's one of the best guest rooms I have, so I've been kicked out. So I hope you don't mind. Let's get to it.
Morning.
Morning.
He's so charming, by the way.
You're not wearing your kaftan.
Did you not like the colour I chose for you?
You're the only one who wears it.
Tell me, are you so anxious to be like everyone else?
It'd be nice to know what it feels like someday. General.
Well, that day is not today. Please, call me Alexander.
Okay, let's stop here. First of all, now I understand why people were shocked when he revealed his name. The revelation of his name is such a big deal in the book series compared to the show. I'm not saying it's not a big deal in the show, it just happened so soon. I think there's not much to read into it. To be honest with you, it's because they want to spin things up a little bit. Of course, a show, so it cannot be a complete reflection of the books. And also, it's just really a name in the show. And it makes me believe that he's not completely lying about his persona, is omitting things, but he's being genuine on some level. So I think by not making it such a big deal, they wanted to highlight that he's being sincere and he's not such a dark nature, that a liar or a manipulator. He's not defined by these actions. Yes, he did use a little bit of manipulation to get what he wanted, to achieve his goal and save the country. It's like he thinks in his mind he's doing bad things in order to achieve a greater goal. It's for the common good. So I believe the relation of his name is just to point out the fact that he wants her to know who he is, and his true nature and his feelings. He wants to reveal himself to her. But again, this is happening very early in the show and people were surprised. But I think that's really the reason. It's one, because they want to highlight that he's being sincere here, and secondly, to speed things up. And also just to note that she's still not comfortable in the kaftan that he actually selected for her, like the black attire, because as a summoner, just because she wants to fit in. She wants to fit in and wants to be like everybody else. He doesn't want to do that. He doesn't relate to that. He wants to be special. He feels special. And to be honest, there's nothing wrong with that. People say, oh, you feel you're better than everybody else. It's not first of all, everyone is equal, but there's always someone more beautiful and better than you. There's nothing you can do about it. You can only do your best. That's my belief. He feels like he's powerful and he feels like he can do things that others can't. And that's the truth. In that arrogance, it's the truth. And I don't think it is arrogance if it's a reality that he just embraces and he's proud of it. I don't find anything wrong with it. I love this.
What do you see?
Someone's version of me.
Or perhaps the real you has finally emerged.
To stop here, I think the symbolism of the mirror, the reflection is so powerful. I believe when I was in high school in Italy, that's the thesis statement that I created, because we have to prepare our thesis like you do in college and high school, and one of the main subject matters that I chose was the mirror, the reflection. I thought it was such a beautiful topic, and I remember talking about duality. It was just a beautiful topic to discuss, and I like when it's incorporated into cinema.
Are you adjusting to life in the little palace?
Training is good. Well,
What is he
I think
doing
it's going
here? I
well.
want to know. It's just
It's hard to tell
cleaning up.
progress
I
sometimes,
don't
isn't
know.
it?
Always.
He's cleaning up
Is your
the
room
fountain.
satisfactory?
Well, I've never had warming stones put in my bed before. I'm glad to have Genya. I'm just not sure I understand where this road leads.
I do know how you feel, Miss Rockwell.
He knows.
When I was a boy, I used to run away and hide here.
That is all true,
Once
by
I
the way.
realized that I was a descendant of the most
That's
hated
honest.
Grisha in Ravka. I'd come here, throw a coin, make a wish in the fountain. Same wish, over and over again. And I could be anyone else.
Many people have said that he's using his story to manipulate her. Well, there's no evidence of it, because usually when the person that's telling the story is trying to kind of lure the other person in, they would turn around and in the face you can tell that they're lying or that they're gaining pleasure in manipulating the other person. Now he turned around, so that's already a red flag that something is going on, that he doesn't want to reveal himself, right? And it could go either way. Is fearful of revealing himself to her, like his true nature, is manipulating nature, so they turn around, they don't look at the person in the face. Or it could be the other way around, that he's actually embarrassed and he fears opening himself. He fears the act of opening to the other person in a very personal way, in a very intimate way, and that's what's happening here. I don't think he's concealing his manipulating nature, because I don't think there's actual manipulation here. Yes, it could be used to manipulate her, but I think his intent was not malicious. I think he's really telling a story, and that already breaks from what his mother will say later on, that he was using this to manipulate her. And I think that's wrong, because when he turns around, his face is actually very sad, and he's actually looking a little bit sideways, maybe down, which is a symbol of recollection. Usually this type of gaze is kind of signals that someone is remembering or is thinking, and I can see a face of sorrow, an expression of sorrow and sadness in his face. That's not the face of a manipulator at this point in time.
This is his story, isn't it?
You know it just from these old pictures?
Of course. Every child learns a history, not just Grisha. Hundreds of years ago, Anastas, the king, hired a Grisha as his military advisor. Shadow summoner.
You can say it. The Black Heretic.
The heretic grew hungry for more power, and the king, fearing a coup, put a bounty on his head and any Grisha that stood by him. The heretic knew he was outnumbered, so he attempted to create an army of his own using the same forbidden science Morozova once used to create his amplifiers. But he failed. He created the fold instead, and was killed by it, along with countless others.
Repairing style.
Was I properly schooled?
I have devoted my life to undoing the great sin of my forebearer. But I'm never seen as the solution, only as a reminder of the problem. But they always need someone to blame.
That's why you look at me like that, isn't it? I'm your solution. Only if I fail, they'll turn on me. And I'll be the brand new heretic.
If you believe anything, believe I will not let that happen.
That I believe.
I appreciate the sentiment, but
I shall be right by your side. You and I are going to change the world, Alina.
So I love this scene and I love this interaction. It's beautiful, and I love the setting. It's gorgeous, and I love the fact that the reflection part. I love the telling of the story, his story, and his failures. It's a reminder of the problem. He still is the problem, and she's seen as a solution. I think when true greatness happens is when both of them will see each other as a solution. Together they are the solution. When he says we're going to change the world, what he means is both of them are part of the solution, not just her. And that's what I want to see in the show compared to the books. In the books, we still see that Alina is the solution of everything, and she's the saint, she's the chosen one. She can't be on a sphere of logic, just because, like I said, there's no light and shadow are kind of like linked. Not even darkness. Darkness and light are opposites, but there's no shadow without light and darkness. So he's the result of that. So they're inevitably linked, and he must be part of the solution as well. And that's when the things start happening. Definitely when that awareness arises, that's when true greatness happens. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time with the next commentary on the follow-up scenes between these two. Thank you so much. Bye.